There's a mice in Shmuel, where we're not getting into the quantum of the mice. Shmuel, David Melech, this is before he was the king, he was a high-ranking general. So the whole mice that David Melech made a certain, maneuver strategically, militarily. He brought his army to a particular direction, leaving a particular city unprotected. The enemy came and caused some damage in the city, kidnapped the crew. And so the pasuk says like this: when David and the soldiers came back and they saw what happened. So the Tatzer with David Ma'ai, David was extremely distressed by what took place. Yomram Masakla, he was so bad that his soldiers. There was thoughts of stoning David Melech. Kimar nefesh kol ha'am, because the people became extremely bitter. They became very tzibrochen. It says v'yivku, they cried out of she'ein b'hem koyach livkos, until they couldn't cry anymore. They didn't have any koyches. So the pasuk says after all that, and even David Melech is v'teitzel David Moed. And then the pasuk ends with 4 words. And this is David Melech. Kimar nefesh kol ha'am, they were tzibrochen, crying until there's no koyches to cry. But David was very upset and distressed and concerned. But David strengthened himself in the Rabbanu Shalom. He strengthened himself in the Rabbanu Shalom. Like the Mefarshim say over here, that im kol zeh, that with all the concern, and didn't take away from the concern, with all the concern and the bechiyas and v'chulu v'chulu, mischazek atzmi lishon b'Hashem, he strengthened himself to rely on Hashem and to do what he can. That's David Melech. That's David Melech. So, like I said over Yontif. Nothing we're doing, we don't do anything, despite the fact what's going on. So everything we do is active, is mepoil, is a weapon against the enemy. Yontif, the weapon is Simcha. It's Isra Chag. It's still within the environment of Simcha, and the weapon at this moment right now is the weapon, the Kli Zayin of David HaMelech. It's Tehillim, it's the Davin, to the Rabbanu Shalom. That's this moment. Going forward, every single one of us, B'chlal, it's the beginning of a new year, it's always good. But B'frat, obviously what's going on, to increase davening, B'simcha, increase learning, B'simcha, specifically with the children, everything B'simcha, but in increased measure. It's the Ikra Avodah right now. That's like I said, like I mentioned over Shabbat, over Yontif, by the Yom Kippur War, that's he was talking about, screaming about v'chulu. The Iker soldiers are the children. The mechazik, more davening, more learning, b'simcha with the children. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to say Tehillim together, okay? And every single person in their own life, in their own way, individually, mechazik, more davening, b'simcha, more learning, b'simcha, more in quality and in quantity. That's our weapon against the enemy. That's our strength. It's always been our strength. It always will be our strength. More davening b'simcha, more learning b'simcha, increased efforts in the mechazik children in the Avodas Hashem. And in that measure, I know it's last minute, but that's how we do things around here. So tomorrow I guess we'll figure out the zmanim. You'll see a flyer come out soon. We're going to have an Isru Chag for Bregan for the kids. Okay, they're going to come to the shul. We're going to have for Bregan with the kids. Okay, and we're gonna, obviously, it's gonna be tactful. We're not talking, I'm not gonna, it's in the schos of Eretz Yisrael, obviously, but it's also, that's just motivation. It's a good thing anyway to mechazik the kids. And you can give your kids a little bit of a heads up when they come, that there's gonna be papers we're gonna give out to them, that it's gonna say in the paper that, as Hashem, that Bli Neder for this coming year, Bli Neder, I'm going to be makabel myself, X, Y, Z. Every single kid's can make a hachlata. Going to decide what mitzvah they're going to work on this coming year. Keep it aveim, making brachas better, learning whatever the thing is. You tell your kids about it, and it's a good thing anyway. It's obviously a good thing. And by the way, any kabbalas that your kids make, it means that you have to make those kabbalas too. Goes without saying. So make those achlatas. You tell your kids about it. We'll say Tehillim with the kids tomorrow as well, a little bit. But again, the pratim you'll see. But again, it's just trying to be proactive, to be proactive. When a person's in a state of passivity, so being in a matzav of passivity, that's automatically predisposed for yish and despair, and like what the soldiers of David HaMelech were feeling, that v'yivku, they cried until they couldn't cry anymore. But David HaMelech is always proactive. David HaMelech sees a situation and says, okay, what weapons in my arsenal can I use to attack this situation right now, to better the situation right now? That's all the avodah is. So on Yontif, it's obviously Simcha Day. Isru Chag, like I said, is still the aura of Simcha, but now we can say Tehillim properly, the way it's supposed to be. Say Tehillim. And going forward, it's always proactive. No such thing as being passive in Yiddishkeit. You're passive, it already means Yiddish. If a person is Tzibrachin, the difference between despair, Yish, Atzvus, and Shviras Alei, which is a holy thing. Atzvus, when a person is sad, and Tzibrachin, and so on, if it leads to doing nothing, that's called Atzvus. If it leads to doing something, that's called a broken heart, which is the holiest thing in the world. So we are now doing something. And every single person has to find things to do. Okay? It means, again, like I said, more davening, more learning, b'simcha. Hashem tzilcha, Hashem is our shade. Like the Baal Shem Tov said, wherever you go, your shadow goes. Any mood that you're in, that's how the Rebbeinu Shalom mood is. So we are Klal Yisrael, like I said by that Kavos. We are Klal Yisrael. We're not just people. We're not descendants of Jews. We're Jews. And that means we have power. The Rebbeinu Shalom is copying us based on our mood. And like I said, on Yontif, the Rebbeinu Shalom gave us Anani HaKavod. Anani HaKavod was the way in which the Jewish people were not only protected from the enemy on our travels to Eretz Yisrael, but the Anani HaKavod actually helped us defeat our enemies on the way to Eretz Yisrael. And Sukkot is Anani HaKavod. We, as a community, were given, and like I said, we were given Anani HaKavod. Everyone knows it rained until Erev Yontif, Mamish, and it stopped early enough that there shouldn't even be dripping in the sukkah, and it immediately started raining by Geshem. It means the Rebbeinu Shalom gave us Anani HaKavod over Sukkot, and our avodah is to weaponize it. We weaponize it on Yontif with Simcha, and now we weaponize it with Tehillim, and with more learning, B'Simcha, with Tuv Levav. And we're mechazik our children. Our children, their Hevel Piyam. Their Hevel Piyam is pure and holy, and goes straight, without any cheshbainis. So you mechazik your kids. Doesn't have, you don't have to tell them that they, what's going on, whatever it is, and this is why you have to wash Negovasa. You tell kids like that, then one day, Chas v'Shalom, they don't wash Negovasa, and they hear some tragic news, then they start blaming themselves. That's not good. So everything they do is chus v'Eretz Yisrael, but they should be mechazik whatever the inyan is. It's that atzmai. So that's what we're going to do. So we're going to say some Tehillim. Hopefully everyone has a sitter. Okay? So, again, in no particular order, we'll go through some Kibbitlach, and as the Shema should be as chus for all of us. Gimel. Good Gimel.
The next two kapitles we'll say line by line together. Shir Lamaloi, Sasoy Nayelorim, Yayin Yovoy Yezri.
Yadver Seinenu Tachteyem Yater Bekersi Yeshuva Tersi Sochain Viko Vemakosu Gadino Yeleim Hailechim Ochem Lilochem Lochem Mevechem L'Shieschem V'Noimar Omen Amen Yishaber Chaviseinu Avram Yitzchak Yaakov Yivorach V'Yishmar Sechenu B'nei Yisrael Toishvei Artzeinu HaKadoshah V'Sechenu B'nei Yisrael Em Demishmal Shalom Logim Adom Mikol Tzar V'Nezek V'Yatzilei Mikol Tzarzugo Umekol Nagel Machla V'Yishlach Baruch V'Atzach V'Chol Masi Deyem Em Kol Yisrael Chayem B'Noimar Amen.
Yeah.
on, we'll figure out more things and what to do exactly as a tzibur. But one simple thing I think is very simple to do, that every day after Shacharis, we'll say the Tillim of the Yom. There's a way of dividing up the hill in a way that every single, 30 parts, that it goes every single day. It's a few kapitlach. It's not that much. So we'll say that, it'll be a Kaddish after. Whoever can do it, again, the Bli Neder, obviously. Let's see what we can be Meisiv on. It goes after Meisiv, Fa'oilich, Meisiv Oich, which is the Yeshuas and the Chametz, and well.